Hello, trumpet players. I want to share some information with you today about one of my books. This one is specifically for high school students, sometimes advanced junior high, but I use this mostly with my high school students. And the purpose of the book is to prepare you for All-State. Now, here's the trick. It's all the stuff you're supposed to practice from the time that solo ensemble contest is over until July, when they announce what the etudes are for the next year's contest, All-State contest. The book is called All-State Prep. Now, I want to be very clear about this right now. You don't practice this book after the music comes out. You practice it before. Once the music comes out, put this book away and practice the All-State music. All right? Now, you might be thinking, well, how is this going to help me if we don't even know what the music is yet? Here's the deal. What takes the most time when the music comes out is when you have to learn a new skill. So the object of the book, there's two objects really. The first object of the book is to get your skills in each different area to a level that's at least even with what we normally expect from the All-State music. So the first half of the book is etudes, and they're short etudes, 2 or 3 etudes per page. It's almost like beginner stuff, but and I did that on purpose. You don't have a lot of time to practice between February. Most people have solo ensemble contest in February. So between February and July, that's not a lot of time to develop that many skills, right? So I made the etudes short for that reason. And you'll see that the etudes, even though they're short, the way they're put together, one etude after the next, it really opens your mind about certain things. The second purpose of this book is to increase your maturity, your musical maturity. You know, a lot of times when we don't win, we think it's because we didn't play fast enough, we made too many mistakes, you know, stuff like that, cracked too many notes. And it rarely comes down to that. You can have someone who sounds like they're in college and crack notes and stuff like that. Not a lot, but, you know, if someone sounds like they're in college trying to audition for All-State, that person has a lot better chance of winning than the person who sounds like they're in high school, right? So that's what I try to tell my students, is try to play as musically mature as a college student, or even a pro for that matter. Be as musically mature so that the judges have to say, they send the monitor in to look to make sure you're not in the wrong room. Isn't that a great way of looking at it? You want to be so mature. Now, don't think about how good it is. Think about how mature you are as a player. Okay? And what are we talking about when we say mature? We're talking about style. We're talking about intonation. We're talking about phrasing. You know, the first 2 parts of the book, this All-State Prep book, talk about vibrato and phrasing. Those are 2 things that traditionally, I guess, people like to add that at the end. The problem is, that's part of the muscle memory. You know, we talk about muscle memory, right? Do it over and over again. You get the muscle memory, and then you can play it, right? What sense does it make to do it without the vibrato, do it without the phrasing, and then put that stuff in later? You know, from my observation, those people never do vibrato in their auditions. They never do phrasing. So what I want to do with this book is I want my students to have vibrato now, so that it becomes natural. And you know what? Without fail, it's happened to all of them. I take a student who doesn't have good vibrato. The very first part of this book deals with vibrato. By the time they get to the end of the book, the vibrato has started to become more natural. And then by the time they go to the next audition, they're having trouble turning it off. That's how good when you put the vibrato first, it makes it more natural. And that's a good thing. So, same thing with phrasing. Now, a lot of people don't even teach phrasing. So yes, you go to all-state auditions, someone's phrasing and someone's not phrasing. They're both getting the right notes. Who are you going to pick? The guy that sounds like he's playing music or the one that sounds like a computer? Right? Who are you going to pick? So that's the second reason for this book. The purpose of this book, first, is to get your skill level up so that when the music doesn't come out, you're not spending time, wasting time, learning a new skill. For example, if you've never done a cadenza before, there is a page on here that has a cadenza. So now you're introduced to a cadenza. You know what that is now. Different slur tongue patterns. You might think, well, that's too rudimentary. Well, why is it then that when the students start on a new all-state etude, that they play the wrong tongue slur patterns? I don't think it's as rudimentary as you think it is. And you know what? It matters. If everybody else is doing the right tongue slur patterns and you're not, that matters. Same thing. So the whole book is set up to get all of your skill levels up to the level where that you don't have to practice new stuff before you practice the etudes. And you know what? Here's another thing. If you don't learn that new skill, there's the second half of the book is tonalization studies. Those are my scale studies that I teach. And you should know all of those. And the scales are a great example of what I'm talking about. If you can't play in 4 sharps, and you decide you're just going to jump into the etude and learn 4 sharps as you go, good luck with that. I don't think you're going to make all-state. In fact, I can almost promise you, and now listen to what I'm saying. You can't play 4 sharps yet. Now you're going to start playing a piece that has 4 sharps. It's not going to happen. So you should have all of your keys. And notice I didn't say scales. People who can go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. People can do, da, 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 da. Those people can't read in that key. So this is very important. The tonalization studies are designed to make you think in that key, so that when the etude comes out, you're not going to be playing wrong notes right away. So yes, that's the purpose of this book. Get you prepared, all-state prep. If you learn the whole book in that period of time, you will be ready for the music when it comes out. I promise you that. Okay? And so, if you have any questions about this, please feel free to ask down below. If you like the idea of the book, or what I've had to say about it, please push like. And then, subscribe if you want more of this kind of stuff. I do have other book videos already posted and new ones coming out. I'm trying to get book videos out for all of my books. Well, there you go. All-State Prep, a book for high school students or advanced junior high to help you prepare for your all-state audition. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.